I'm Scott Jensen, former Assembly Speaker.
And I'm Chuck Chvala, former Senate Majority Leader.
And we're the Insiders. And this week we're taking a look at Governor Evers' State of the State speech and what it'll mean for the elections coming up. Chuck, what did you think?
I thought he did a good job. I don't think anyone would accuse Governor Evers of being the best orator in the history of the country. Barack Obama gets that. But I think he did a great job of outlining all the good things that he's done. And that's what you expect out of something like this. Everything from money from the federal government that he was able to use to help the businesses of our state and people in our state, to COVID relief efforts, to being able to even do money with broadband and helping the rural parts of our state. And one of the really neat touches that actually was started under Scott's old boss, Governor Thompson. He called out the National Guard, I can't tell you how many times, and I think everyone in the state really appreciates the service that they have performed all across our state over the last couple of years is impressive and varied. And I think that the National Guard deserves our credit, and the governor, to his credit, made sure he shared the spotlight with him. I think he did obviously by putting together all the great things that are happening with the economy and what we've done for business, et cetera. I think he's setting himself up for a fall that'll be COVID-free and Governor Evers friendly.
Well, I think as we predicted before the speech, we expected the governor to sort of set up his themes for the election. I expected him to take credit for the Republican written budget and the Republican tax cuts, and he did that just as expected. But as someone who, as you point out, had a hand in these before, I mean, I've helped write them, I've helped stage them. There were a couple of things that more than a couple of things I thought I was really surprised by, decisions that didn't make sense to me. One was, why hold the State of the State speech on a day in which you knew there would be lots of news competition and during election night? And most of the news stations, they got a lot more coverage for the elections than they did for the State of the State speech. Probably not too smart for someone who was hoping to get some help in their elections out of this. The other thing I thought, a couple of other things I thought were odd was, they went to the one-time check, which of course last time when Governor Walker handed out a one-time check during an election year, Evers was all over him saying this is just an election year tactic. And now of course it's his turn for an election year tactic. It didn't really help Walker, and it's not really going to help Governor Evers either. Another thing I thought was weird was the special session call. I'm going to call a special session. I think he has said that at least once a year, every year he's been in office. I can't see any evidence that that has helped them at all in their reelection efforts. And then last of all, again, as someone who's written some of these speeches, I've never heard a presentation with more numbers in it since my graduate statistics class at 7:30 in the morning. And I had just as much trouble trying to stay awake during this as I did back then. It was just number after number after number. We gave $2,000 for this and $13,000 for that and $922 for this. And we're going to send out $4 for that. It was like he was reading off the catalog of all the things they bought with federal money. It just was, I just didn't think it was, he missed the opportunity to make a big splash. He missed the opportunity to make a difference. I don't think it's going to help him much for his reelection.
I think that that's exactly what people are expecting from Tony Evers. You know, we've come into an era where facts don't seem to matter. One great thing about citing a lot of numbers, they're facts. And, you know, somebody could go fact check it, but his numbers were dead on. I think that people like a guy who's just competent to do his job. You know, I bet you if you did a poll, you'd find out that accountants are a lot more popular than attorneys. And you know why that is? Because accountants deal with numbers and they're just the facts, man. The old show with just the facts. That's what people like about Tony Evers. And given the craziness that's going on the Republican side for governor, I think he's smart to double down on, all I am is the green eye shade guy who gets it done for you. I don't care about left or right. All I care about is getting it right for the people of the state of Wisconsin. And by the way, while we're at it, let's thank the National Guard for everything they did. I don't think you can go wrong with that kind of formula.
You go to different parties than I do if the accountants are the exciting ones at the parties you go to. But we'll see what this year has to bring with the elections. There's going to be a lot of rock and roll over the next few months.
We'll see you next time.